Powering on. Mic on.
Check, check. Yeah. Skylar, how are you? So we're just doing some editing today. And this one we're editing some product photography. In Photoshop. Trying a new mouse setting today. Jeff, what is up? I'm gonna pick the highlights and I'm gonna paint it in. How's this audio? Can you guys hear it? Not too loud?
Okay, do I have better weapons? Like, oh my god, look at all this. They're homing. They're homing. You have to shoot them down. You know, when you're gaming.
I like that. Let's see if I can find more music like that. Let's see if we get a playlist. There we go. That'll do.
Mic off. Mic on.
Mic check, mic check. I wonder if this music's too loud. Mic check, mic check. I think that's better. Editing some household goods, guys. This is like a air freshener, I think. Callahan, what is up? I'm just editing some really interesting things. Okay, maybe this is not the most interesting in the world. This right here is a freshener, air freshener. I guess you stick it in your clothes and whatnot. Okay. I don't even know if I'm still saying your last name right. Pre-K? Pre-Key. So today we're editing some products to be sold online, usually Amazon. Copy settings from here, here, push it here. Pia in the house out of San Francisco, California, wherever it is you are right now. I'm just editing some products, and this not the most exciting thing in the world. This one is air freshener. I think it's an air fresh. I'm not quite sure what it is. I just shoot it. I'm just hired. I don't ask questions. They just point me in the general direction and I shoot it. Step back. This is, the red is pure white. See, I don't want everything to be pure white. This part here, I don't want to be pure white. John Dale Stanley, hello, how are you? Welcome to my editing show. It's not really a show, I'm just streaming while I work. It's a good way to remind people of what I do. Today we're editing a soapbox. So these are products I was hired to shoot. And this one, it's not that interesting, but it's an air freshener. I'm guessing. I'm not quite sure what it is. All I know is make it look good for it to be sold. I can't do anything to it because it's going to be sold as is, but it just needs to look like professional and well presented. That's done right there. I'm going to keep moving on. Now I'm going to edit. This program we're working in right now, it's called Adobe Lightroom. It's $10 a month if you want to buy it. This program used to cost $200. That's if you have to buy a license. Now these days you have to subscribe to it. So it's a monthly subscription. Is it just me or is this music too loud? I can't really hear myself think. So I'm going to turn this music down a bit. It's already turned down a lot already, but okay. So now, back to it. I'm going to edit this in Photoshop. I'm going to show you guys how to edit Photoshop. You guys could do this too. Photoshop is actually, there's like cheap versions out there, and it's almost identical, minus the shortcuts. Because, you know, as pros, we live on shortcuts. What I'm doing here is called masking. I'm putting an image on top of an image, and whatever's black is see-through, whatever's white is opaque. There we go. Let me inverse this. J. Inverse this? Nope. These are levels. Control L. That's what I use to bring this up. I'm gonna go to my burn tool, and I'm gonna go to my highlights with my dodge tool. I'm gonna bring it back. To see what I'm doing, I'm gonna put another layer. I'm going to put black in there, like so. Okay. So everything that's white is see-through. save it. Let's see how it looks. Whew, need some coffee. Yeah, you do, Kendall. I'll learn it, yeah. I'll teach ya. Yeah, I'm about to take a break and grab some coffee. Yeah, I'm just trying to make this thing presentable. It has a little shadow. If I save this is actually a plastic container with something inside, and it's supposed to trap odor, I do believe. That's what that is. I'm gonna copy from here, I'm gonna paste it here. Crop it a bit, R tool. Go to 1 by 1. Center this puppy. Resize it, and it's done. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take away this whole thing in the bottom. I don't want that. No shadows. No shadows for you, buddy. No shadows for you. Just keep it simple. There we go. How's that look? How's that look for keeping it simple? Even here. Inverse this. And take it away. Okay. Now let's go to this product. This is a tongue scraper. Exciting, I know. We're gonna edit the tongue scraper. Do you guys own a tongue scraper? It's good for you, right? A lot of germs live in the tongue. I think everyone should own a tongue scraper. Although I currently don't own a tongue scraper at this point. Maybe I should. I just, you know, when I'm at the store, I'm not thinking, oh, I need a tongue scraper. I mean, what's the decision-making process for you to suddenly decide you want a tongue scraper? You know, have you ever guys thought of that? That one day you're like, you know what? I need a tongue scraper. I need to scrape my tongue. I have a nasty tongue. I need to scrape it. I lost all my colors. I'm gonna reset my saturation, and it's blending in. So I'm gonna let me pull up my whites. Let me put it in a white background first of all. Save this. See how it looks now. There you go. I think it's done. Not much more you can do with that one. Moving on, this one. I'm editing a toothbrush, guys. I'm editing a tongue scraper. Getting paid to edit a tongue scraper. It's glamorous there, right here, guys. This is glamour. This is the definition of glamour. I'm just shooting it at different angles. Pardon me. Pardon me. I actually shot these things twice. First time on a regular seamless white paper with light, and second time in the shoot box. Why? Because I wanted to. Let me zoom in here. Aha! We'll create a new layer out of it, and by default, if you have something selected, when you need a new layer, it creates that mask for that layer. Yeah, so sometimes I charge by the product, sometimes I charge by the hour. Personally, I like to charge per product so I can work on it at my own pace. So let me save this, go back to Lightroom, and there you go. Can this be sexier? Yes, but when you sell something, you try to keep it as true to life as possible. Okay, we finished air freshener, finished toothbrush, tongue scraper. Now we go to teeth pickers. Add this in Photoshop. Color adjustments, yes. It's going to jump us over to Photoshop, and now in Photoshop, create a new layer. In that layer, I'm going to apply an image, and that image will be a combination of everything. And basically, what that's doing is taking an image and making a black and white version of it, and then we use that black and white version to put as a mask to filter out the image. Now I'm going to hit the burn tool, and I'm going to burn highlights at 100, and I'm going to burn at 100%. 100% power. Head back to my pen tool. Just letter O for opacity. Let's see. O. I mean, I could get together whenever you're free. Most evenings I have off. Tomorrow I'll be in by the 215 and Sunset area. The I-15 and Sunset. Yeah, let's get together soon. Yeah, I mean, you can meet at my place. You can see my shooting setup and my editing setup. Tomorrow even I could do it, but it have to be later because I work during the day. I'm shooting some cars. There's some Lamborghinis that need to be shot tomorrow, but after that I'm free. I'll probably shoot until the sun goes down, so about 4-ish, 4 5-ish. I'll be free. Are you free tomorrow? Or Saturday even? Or if not, there's always Monday. I say first available. You know what? I'm not even gonna use shadows, so I'm just gonna burn in the shadows. This is a good technique though to keep the shadows if you want it. But I've decided I don't want the shadows, so I'm gonna burn it off by shadows. How about Monday? Monday good for you? I wish there was a way to make this so I could go talk to you directly in person on here. I'm still trying to figure that out. Yeah, let's do Monday. Monday good for you? And if not Monday, I could always push it back a day or 2 or 3. I'm just throwing Monday out there because I think it's my first available. More than happy to accommodate your schedule. I'm gonna leave this a little bit gray so it's a little transparent. Like so. I'm just gonna move around, dance around a little bit, keep the blood pooping. I call it, there's jazzercise, I call this photo editing size. See, it's a little bluish. I'm just gonna go full all the way. Yeah, sounds good. It's almost a date. And even if we start off with a couple products, because we don't need to do the whole shebang all at once, you know, so just you could put something together where you know, we want that push out right away. And then we can always adjust. Some shoulder action. action. I'll take out the blue greens. Make it a true neutral white. Has a little purple. A little, there. Compare the two. See, now one is web ready. What do I do like the blue? I do like the cooler color better, so I think I might go with that. Cool it off a bit. Yeah, I think I like it cool. And then crush the blacks a bit. There, much better, huh? Right? There we go, a deep, deep black. So this is us making something mundane look sexy. So this is a sexy box. This is a sexy teeth pickers. Check it out, guys, side view. We're gonna make this thing sexy. So who else uses this? You know, we're living in a generation now where you don't have to pull out your own, what's it called? Floss? Now you could buy it pre-flossed. That's the kind of generation we're in right now. We buy pre-floss floss instead of, you know, the good old days where you buy floss, you pull it out, and then you fix your teeth with it, you know, but you have to manually roll it between your fingers. I mean, how many people still do that? I've done that in years. Now I just buy these stuff and I'm getting lazy like that, I guess. No, not lazy, more efficient. We're more efficient that way. More shoulder action, more shoulder action. This is what you gotta do as a photographer. Sometimes you have to edit some stuff and you don't want to fall asleep. So you gotta keep moving, you gotta stream, you gotta photo edit size. There's jazzercise, which is a little bit more exciting, you know, jazzercising. And there's photo exercising. Just to let you know what I'm doing here, I'm making a mask. A mask, nothing more, is making the image see-through because you want the background to be pure white. So one technique to do it is this way, where you put a mask using Photoshop. And right now it's inverse. See how the black is see-through and everything else, the white is opaque. So we're going to inverse that. Control I, or Command I if you're Apple. And actually I'm going to bring up levels. Where's my levels? No, there's my levels. And this is a technique where you want it see-through. So right now it's see-through. See how it's see-through? I'm just a one-man rave in here. But yeah, this is one technique to make it see-through. But I'm going to bring up a background. I'm going to make it black. Just so... See how it's not purely opaque? But we want this white. Because Amazon and shopping carts, they want the background to be white. So it's not completely see-through. There we go. See, the more black it is, the more see-through it is. Like that. Sean, welcome. You joined us just in time. We're editing some toothpicks. Is this called toothpicks? What's it called? I mean, technically you could pick your teeth with it. It's floss, right? But what's floss called when there's a handle on it? Do we have to make up a new name for it? Because like maybe 20 years ago, this item didn't exist, right? No one had this. So now we have to come up with a name for it. Which I don't know what the name is for this. I'm gonna burn. No, my burn tool. Burn this black. This is what actually you do in a dark room. Like if you're editing photos the old-fashioned way with film, you use light, and you add a little bit of light at a time, and this is called dodging or burning. You burn it by adding more light, and you dodge it by using less light. For you who's never been inside a Lightroom, you know, in the old days when you had to process film.
Everybody fucking right.
Now if I turn off, if I go back to white, well, what is that? There we go. Now you have a completely white background in see-through with shadow. Do you want to keep shadows though? No, we're gonna get rid of shadows. It looks nice though. I mean, even a half shadow. Oops. Let's go back here. Even a half shadow looks nice, right? Right there. But, I mean, do we want shadows at all? Nah. Not for this one. That's only for sexy products like makeup and guns and other sexy things that you put reflections on it. But this, we're not making it sexy, we're making it, I don't know. All I know is that we're not making it sexy. Okay, Control Shift I, yep, I, there you go. There. And that's, people, is how you Photoshop transparency. Photoshop 101. So I'm going to switch back to Lightroom, and this is where we do our cropping. Because in social media loves square. Square is good because your phone, you could view it this way, you can view it this way, you never view it that way, so it's never that way. But you can view it here or here, and so you want a picture that could fit both this way and this way. That's what square does. So for a lot of social media use, square is great. For desktop or computer use, regular monitor, wide's great. Phones, they love it tall. So that is the intricacy here. Alright, that's done. Moving on. How many pictures do we got to do tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, a lot. Not too much. We've probably done this an hour or two. So if you want to stick around, this is our photo editing session. Learn a thing or two, so we're just going to fly at it. You too can do this because you could buy Lightroom. You could rent Lightroom. It's free for 30 days. So if you want to crop out your friend from your photo who photobombed you, this is one way to do it. Again, I'll show it to you. We'll take a picture, we're going to add a mask, and in a mask we're going to apply an image, and that it'll ask you what image, and merge, because usually there's a bunch of photos, so it'll ask if it's merged or not, or layer 0, because we're on layer 0. It doesn't matter, it's both the same thing. And when you do that, you're creating a black and white mask of your product, and the gray is in between. It's semi-transparent. I'm going to inverse this, Command I. Right, guys? Right. And just to see better what I'm doing, I'm going to put a black background in the back. Black background. See how it's gray? That means it's not fully transparent. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to mess with my levels. Where's my L button? Because I'm using a new mouse again, guys. So I'm not as fast as I usually am. But with this mouse, I don't have to take my hand off the keyboard. I could just... Because this thing has keys on the side. So that I don't need to pick up my hand, move keyboard and back. So I could be faster. Because I'm Asian and I like to be fast with computers. Hey, Kendall, have a good night. Thanks for talk. Good talk. We'll talk soon. We'll stream together. Alright, I'm gonna do levels. Oh no, that's Control J. Control L. Nope, I don't want that either. Control L. All I'm saying is, I'm telling them, see this area? That's pure black. I want my pure black to be where my semi-gray is. Because at this point right here, that's semi-gray. So I'm going to tell Photoshop wherever my black is, it's here. I want it to be here. And I'll tell them I want white, pure white to be right here. And here's pure white. So I'm going to do that. And midtone, I want it somewhere in the middle. Like so. See how like it's almost transparent? Like if I turn off the black background, you can see how transparent it is. This box of toothpicks or dental floss, whatever this thing is. Now I could just do my burn tool, which is right here, or O, shortcut O. See, burn tool. Oh, they have, oh, this is new. It shows you what it's supposed to be for. For all you noobs out there who don't know what's that for. So all I'm doing is I'm telling Photoshop shadows I want it to be burned. So I'm burning the shadows. Because remember, the shadows, the black, are transparent. So if I turn off the backdrop, well, I can't see what I'm doing, see that? But I'm actually burning the transparency, so I'm going to turn it back on so I know what I'm doing. Because it's hard for me to tell what's transparent and what's almost transparent. The human eye, you know. Either that, I'm getting old. My eyes just not what it used to be. And see the shadow? I don't know if I want it, so I'm gonna burn it out too. But if I turn off the background, you know what? I'm gonna make the background white. Now you can kind of see the product with the shadow. But for now, just to see what I'm doing. Actually, I don't want shadow, so I'm going to take my selection tool. I'm gonna. Oh, I'm in the wrong image. Right here. Jason Lowe, this Gapwani. How are ya? You guys have any restaurants that we could hit up? Because you know, we love to eat. My brothers and sisters. If you love to eat, me and you, we're brothers and sisters. You know, there's my army buddies and I are, you know, we're brothers in arms. But my fellow foodies, we're foodies at arms. We have a bond that's uncommon. Yev! What's up, man? I see you doing some stuff. I stalk you sometimes. Me and your mom, we worry about you, so we stalk you sometimes. Make sure you're getting enough to eat. There. Let me turn this white back. There, something super sexy. By the way, if you didn't know what this is a toothpick holder. And this is the toothpick. Sexy, huh? Yeah? It kind of looks dangerous, right? Kind of like a gun, except not as deadly. But you know what? If you make a really big version of this, I mean, it would be outlawed. That's how dangerous it is, okay? Because you can either stab them, or you could pick them, or not pick, floss them. So let's edit this part right here. I'm gonna edit this. This one's easy. This one's super easy to edit, because there's no transparency. So I'm not even gonna use anything else. I'm just gonna select the tools. Boom! It's inverse, so I'm gonna hit there. And I'm gonna hit there. Hit save. Actually, no, let me put a white background on this. White layer. There. Hit save. Now it's solid white compared to before and after. Right, guys? Right. Now I'm gonna crop it. Original. So yeah, if you guys have any other new restaurant grand openings, because I'm all about that. I'm trying really hard though to cut back on sugar and carbs and all that good stuff. So only, you know, like steak and salad and more steak and proteins. We should stick to that, be healthy. So yeah, this is a toothpick. Is this a toothpick? Dental floss. But it's not just dental floss. It's a type of dental floss. It's a floss pick. Yeah, there should be an initial official name for these kind of things. Like if you were learning sign language and you need one of these things, what would you say? You know, is there like a sign language sign for floss, pick, toothpick? Because we don't even have that in a regular vocal language. How do they even have that for sign language? Inverse this up. No, that's the fill. What is inverse? It is Control Shift I. Control I. There it is. Save this. Oh, it's not fully cut out. Something here. There's some garbage. Let me clean this up. Some of this garbage. Yeah, but my job today is to make this look sexy. Make toothpicks look sexy. I'll probably jump around so it's not the same thing over and over we're editing. But that's done. What else? Ooh, toothbrush. A bamboo toothbrush. I'm gonna edit this in Photoshop. Now the job right now is to make a toothbrush look sexy. So let's follow me in this journey. Toothbrush, sexy toothbrush. And first we're gonna cut it out so it's in pure white background. I'm gonna add a layer. I'm gonna apply an image. Cause you see how like there's teeth right there. So it's a little hard. I'm gonna inverse this. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to the burn tool. Before I do all that, I want to see how transparent this thing is. Because right here it's kind of hard to tell, right? Like maybe this thing's at 50% transparent, this is 80, certain levels transparency, but right here it's hard to tell how transparent, but we want this to be fully transparent so that it becomes pure white. In order to do that, we put a background. I'm gonna make it black, and that's supposed to be solid black, but it's not because the transparency isn't pure. So to solve that, we're gonna burn it in. But first we're gonna level it. I'm gonna tell them make this. Right now it's telling me that solid white's right here, and I'm telling Photoshop I want it right here. And black, solid black, I want it to be right here. And midtones. And see, here's the hard part right here. See how this part right here is semi-transparent? But it's okay, because they'll blend in alright, because it's white, so it'll eventually become white on white. And I'll show you in a second what I mean. And I'm gonna switch to my dodge tool and dodge this, and I'm only dodging highlights right here. See that higher? And the highlights are the white parts. when I do that, and I turn the background white, see that's white on white now, and it blends in on the toothbrush right here. Oh, you guys know what? You guys, I messed up. I should have edited this first. See this right here? How it's not perfect. I guess I could fix that just by getting rid of it. You technically don't even need it. There, keep it simple. So if I save this and I jump over to the to Lightroom, there we go. If I hit J, I can see where my pure white is. I'm gonna boost it up a bit so it's a bit more viewable. Like so. Why is this white though, that tip? I guess it is white, but I don't want it to be visibly white. So right there. Yeah, that's good. That's good, guys. And that's how you edit a toothbrush. This one's a bamboo toothbrush. It's 100% biodegradable. So do your part, guys. Brush your teeth with biodegradable toothbrush. Or your finger, like me. Use your finger to brush your teeth. Well, that's done. Let's do it again, but this time by itself with no box. First, we're going to edit this part right here. Take this out. I just use my stamp tool, and I'm stamping a clone or cloning over it. That's all I'm really doing. I'm just cloning over it. So right now I'm exercising while I am editing a toothbrush that's organic. I feel very, what's the word? Like I'm doing my part. Not really though, because I'm just editing a toothbrush. I'm not actually using it. I still have a plastic toothbrush, guys. Not just that, I have an electric one. That's a much higher carbon footprint than just a regular toothbrush. It takes so much more energy to make, and you have to put a battery in it, then charge it. Definitely a much higher carbon footprint than just having a regular toothbrush. Boom, there you go. Now let me just level it out. I want my blacks to be right here where, because right now this is telling me there's no information in this area. All the information is in this area. And I want this area then to have the blackest black. And the whitest white is right there. So that when we look at it, let me put a black background so I can see what I'm doing. See, not purely transparent, so I'm gonna burn it. Burn it. I'm just burning my mask. I'm not touching the picture. I'm just making the mask black by burning it. And I burn it by adding more light. And that's what this brush does. It adds more light. It's done. I'm just gonna copy in my settings from here, apply it to here. There. Sexy now, right? Positively white bamboo toothbrush. I even have a picture of it of just a close-up. Check it out, guys. I hope this next music's good because I feel like jazzercising some more. And I have a name for it. Photo editing arise size. Jazzercise editing sizing. Editor sizing. That's a hard word to make up, guys. I don't know. I can't make up a word for it. Inverse. Save. Paste. Why is this so bright? This thing's way bright. It shouldn't be that bright. There we go. That's better. This music's gonna put you to sleep. Hold on, guys. Let me switch this thing out. WTF? No. Here we go. Better. So I'm trying to stay active while I'm editing because, you know, I'm sitting sometimes for hours at a time. So it's healthier if I move around. And I'm not putting a stand-up desk. I'm going to stay seated. But I'm going to jump around while I'm seated. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Shoulder, shoulder roll, shoulder roll, shoulder roll. Now backward shoulder roll, backward shoulder roll. Before I'm going to mask this out, I'm going to fix it. See right here? That tooth that's out of place. And it's not even up top. So we're going to fix that. Good music. We're going to fix that just by cloning it out. Which is kind of like, you know, that surgery where they take something away from one thing, they add it to something else. There we go. Clean that up. But this part right here is a little bit more difficult. See this part right here, guys? It's a little messy. How do we fix that? How do we make it not less messier? Well, it's supposed to be organic. Like, organic stuff is ugly. Like, ever compare like an organic carrot to a regular carrot? Organic carrots are ugly. Regular carrots are beautiful. They're, you know, smooth and symmetrical. But organic carrots are all crankety. So this is an organic toothbrush. So it's not supposed to be perfectly like manufactured. It's supposed to have its character. That's the word for it, character. So maybe I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm just gonna cut it out to make the background white. black background just to show that it's not pure. I mean, if you just put it on white, it looks like it's pure, but it's not. It's dirty. This transparency is dirty. So I'm gonna burn it off. Be gone, be gone. Even the shadows. I don't want shadows. I just want the product itself. Okay. So let's turn the background white. Save this real quick. Go to Lightroom. And then do a new crop. Original 1:1. Let's try 4:6. Ooh, wide. A little bit more centered. There it is. It's a little skewed, so I'm gonna straighten it out. There. There. So now we're gonna edit this toothpick box. Box O toothpicks. But next generation toothpicks, none of that lame stuff. I want this layer, and I'm going to okay. Exercise in place, exercise in place, exercise in place. Couple more guys and we're done for the night. You can play video games or whatever it is you do when you get your chores done. Black background of this puppy, so I can see what I'm doing. There we are. There we are. So right here we're trying to make a box of toothpicks look sexy, which it is. Because anytime something's dangerous, it's sexy. And have you guys ever seen a more dangerous toothpick than this? It has a hook, it has floss, it's a whole box of it. In fact, if this thing was any bigger, TSA would not allow it on board airplanes. That's how dangerous these toothpicks are. And the more dangerous they are, the sexier they are. Sexy toothpicks, photo shoots with sexy toothpicks. And I think a good word for it is toothpick, because even though it's more than a toothpick and it has flaws, and maybe we should name it after stuff that has flaws, I think toothpick is a good name because it describes its purpose. It picks teeth. That's what floss does, right? That's what wooden toothpick does, the original. So it's just a new and improved toothpick, but you never say new and improved, you just say toothpick. Because it's the new thing. Let me turn on white. What am I doing? There it is. Let me save this. Let me go to here. That's all white. Something's not all white here. Still there. Oh, it's over here. There, all gone. Turn off that. Apply my settings. Ooh, what is that? It's a little warm, I mean cool, so I'm gonna warm it up. Crush the blacks. Line it up and crush it down. Okay, I'm happy with that. Moving on to this one, I'm gonna apply my same settings. Oh, now it looks orange. Needs some cooling down. But which one is it? Let's just use the picker. And that, nah, it looks green. Should be no yellow, should be no orange, red, or anything. So in theory, this thing has no color. Right here, right now. Okay. If I'm happy with it, yeah, I'm happy with it. Okay. What's next? What's next? Let's do some boxes, guys. Oh, no. Let's use... Oh yeah, let's use a box. Just to get it out of the way. Why do I have two? What's the difference between these two? They look identical to me. So which one should we edit? I'm gonna edit left side. Jamming out while editing. Jamming. Bob Ross made a living painting in front of people. He's the original YouTuber, except not YouTube. He had a TV show. Stetson, ¿qué pasa? Oh, I feel a beat coming up. Feel a beat. Here it is. Take my burn tool, burn off this dirt right here. And once I switch it out later, this black becomes pure white when I inverse it. I just use this right now so I can see what I'm doing. Let me do this first. Eric Ida, what's up, man? How's your big debut on stage? Exciting. I like the looks, man. Your sister really hooked you up. dig the outfit. I'm gonna burn everything away. I don't need no reflection. Don't know. Don't wanna. Don't wanna. No reflections. There we go. And so once I inverse the black to white, save this. Let's see how it looks in Lightroom and for color grading. Presets. Yeah. Let's go original. Let me bring up my, where's that button? Oh, here we go. So that's pure white. So we did it right. It's now ready to go to Amazon shopping cart. Now you could order this online. Positively white activated coconut charcoal toothpaste. Did I mess up? Did I leave a label in here? That shouldn't be there, guys. It's okay. I'll fix it right now. This thing should have no labels on it. Well, at least not this label. There we go. Because I think once you sell it, it's by law you have to put a label on where it was made. So that's why this thing had a made in China label. Now some of the best things in the world are made in China. Look at Apple. Apple phones, Apple iPods, MacBooks. Save this real quick, go back to this. Let's see the before and after. Let's see what it used to look like. It's white. It should be less dingy white. Now we're gonna move on. Sandbag. Or this is a bag with fragrance in it. I don't even know what it's called. Fragrance bag? That's an accurate description. This one's easy. It has nice solid edges. So I'm just going to select all the edges. Then hit mask, so it'll auto mask. I'm going to inverse this. Boom. Oh, what's this? It's the middle. Like so. Let me invert. No, I don't need to inverse. I do need a white background though. So I'm creating a new layer. Save this thing. There it is. Easy peasy. Beautiful hover girl. I might as well do the bag, get it done with, both of them. Even the eclipse there, that's fine. And that's how you cut out a bag from the background to have it ready for sale on Amazon. So this one's a fragrance bag. How it's used, I have no idea. Can only guess. Can only guess. I think we missed one part. This is supposed to be transparent in here. No. Let's go ahead and make that transparent. So that when we look at it, boom! Alright, moving on. What is next? I think we did all the toothbrush already. It was easy enough. First we'll do some for sure edits. That's good, that's fine. Next I'm gonna mask it out. Inverse this. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna Shift L. Up, wrong area. Shift L. Alright, I'm gonna burn it off. Same as last time. Whew. Whew.
Mic off. Mic on.
What's next on our list of songs? Yep, yep. Another slow music. Nope. Ugh. Here we go. It's better. Start off a little low. Mm. 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 This is better, more upbeat. Mm-hmm. what is up with this music? Nope, nope, nope. Oh. Wait, what? Alright, let me turn on some music. Where is my music? Why aren't you playing?
Mic off. Mic on.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, what am I doing? Falling asleep. I need my O tool. What am I doing? There we go. There we go. What's the difference? They're identical. Uh, what am I trying to do here? Put a mask. Inverse that. Okay. I don't mind me. I'm taking a quick break. My mind's becoming like mush. Everything's so slammed together. Okay. Woo!
Echoes of your words crashing into me, drown me in your lies, and there's no way to breathe. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over.
Woo! Whew. Leanne, what's up? Nick, Eric. Mhm.
Mic off. Mic on.
Spencer Christian. ¿Qué pasa, my man? We're just in the middle of editing some photos. And this one is to how to make your teeth whiter. So for all those people with buttery, smooth teeth who wish it were whiter, this stuff is for you. Oh yeah? Tricks are always good to know. Might even learn a little something or two here while you're here. Wrong layer. So this trick that we're learning here is called masking. So basically it's just it's just something you put on top of a photo to make it transparent. Black is pure transparent, white is solid opaque, and gray somewhere in between. Okay. All I'm doing is now painting the blacker. You guys could check out my key bindings with my mouse and my keyboard. Notice how I never leave the mouse. The old days, you know, you would do something, and then two hands, and then there's a lot of this. Whereas me, I have all my settings in this hand, needed for the right side of the keyboard. Let's check out your J. Yep, there it is, solid white. Alright guys, a couple more and we can call it a night. See how this looks. Trying to stay awake, man. Gotta keep it. Gotta keep the blood moving. Yeah, I'm trying not to stand too still when I'm sitting down and editing. I try to keep moving. It's supposed to be good for ya. That, and I don't want people watching this to be like, why is it so quiet? Because I could do quiet, but other people are like, oh, this is odd. It's odd if I don't hear anything. So it's for you people who think things are odd. Sometimes, you know, I like to do a little shoulder hop, right there. Steady. Keep the blood moving. Keep the blood moving. Does it look purple to you guys? Huh. Ah, there's some white spillage. Where is that? Ah, there's a lot of garbage in there. We didn't mask it out completely. Yo, the homies are here. Everyone's up in here. I like it blacker. See, you see when you go to when you go shopping on like Amazon or B&H or all these other places online, you'll notice that the background is pure white. That's the standard. That's the way you're supposed to have it. So if you're listing items in Amazon, they'll be like, okay, you need to follow our standard and have photos like this. So you could do that in real world by putting something in white, but it's never perfect. It's never perfectly white. So then you have to go into post and make it white. Like for example, compare these two. See, that's pure white. Well, one way to do it without having to go into Photoshop is let me show you. You could go here. You know, you can make adjustments. And then if you hit J, the J button, it'll show you what's pure white. See, that's not pure white. So to get to pure white, you have to bump up your whites. See how this red area right here, that's pure white. And this area right here, that's almost pure white. But the standard is pure white. But see how like it's to get everything pure white, you burn. You end up burning your product. Then you start to adjust. And it's just a big mess. It's just trying to ride a five-way seesaw. So a faster way around it is to just cut it out. So if I turn on J, did I edit this? Here it is. See how it's pure white? But see right here, this one's tricky right here. See how it's transparent compared to two? No, not those two. See these two? If you do it through sliders and whatnot, you end up burning it out, and it's weird. But if you do it my way, this style right here, this technique, you keep transparency. So things that are transparent like this one, or like hair or feathers, or nets, fish nets, that's, you know, semi-transparent stuff, it looks a lot better than just trying to cut it out. Because in Photoshop, there's a way to just select something and cut it out. But it ends up looking ugly because it's so jagged. So I think I did all the other transparent stuff. Just a couple more. I'm jumping around just to keep it interesting for you guys. I already did that. That's there. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Ooh, here's an interesting one. See this right here? That's transparent. Right there. So how do you make this thing white next to white? So with this technique, it's one way to do it. Yeah, you can put it in a white lock box. These were actually put in a white softbox. It does make it easier. So yeah, this were actually shot in this $1,000 white box. That's right. That's right. You shoot them in a white softbox and then put them in Photoshop in post to make a completely white background. See right here, this one's tricky, super tricky. Because there's so much white, it's white on white. Not just white on white, but it's like levels of white on white. Because I want it to be transparent, because this thing's transparent, but I want it to be pure transparent. So right here I get some control of how much transparency I want. From a lot to a little, a lot to a little, and then you have to eyeball it. This is where the artist kicks in. Because only an art, because the artist is never wrong. So it's kind of hard to tell when they're wrong or right. So right here, you just have to make a judgment call. I'm gonna put this in a white background. I'll put a white background behind it just so I could see how many levels. So here's a white background, here's a black. See how it's gray? That means it's semi-transparent. I don't want it to be semi-transparent, I want it to be pure transparent. It's selecting it, so I'm gonna go to my tolerance, drop it to 5. Even still, let's try 3. I don't really make adjustment layers because I use Lightroom, and Lightroom is basically a program for adjustment layers. So it's probably the most complex adjustment layer program I've ever used. So you could do that in Photoshop. I just don't do a lot of it. But yeah, you definitely use adjustment layers. No, these, because in Photoshop, the only time I really bring stuff in Photoshop is to edit at the pixel level. Not really color grade. I don't do it. Rarely do you color grade in Photoshop. Therefore, that's what adjustment layers are for. Usually, it's for color grading, which I don't. Right now, I'm just putting this out here so I could separate it out. And then I add, because this one's harder, that's why I'm doing it manually. Steady hand, that's why I have such a big mouse pad, because you need precision with the mouse. That's why I like playing snipers in video games. See, so you could just paint over the rest of it. The rest doesn't matter. because you could paint that over later. Yep, I do my color grading in Lightroom, and I do my pixel level editing in Photoshop. And in theory, you could do some pixel level editing in Lightroom. It just sucks. It's nowhere near as fast or as fine-tuned as it is in Photoshop. PUBG all day. I'm Overwatch. I play Overwatch. I haven't gotten into any other video games. I tried Team Fortress 2, but it's nowhere near the same as Overwatch. Overwatch is I like how there's such variety. Cause like in other games, you're a human with a gun, and everyone else is a human with a gun, and your movement is the same. Your shooting is pretty much the same, besides the rate of fire and maybe the distance. But in Overwatch, you could be a monkey, you could be a ninja, you could be a cowboy, you could be, all these video game characters. And this right here, I'm going to hit P tool. I'm going to do this manually. Oh yeah, you play Overwatch? We should comp up sometime. I was just playing earlier. It's my relaxation, because you can only do work, you can only do photo for so long. So if I turn the background white again, see, I mean, there's stuff that's not pure white out there, but you can't really see them. Yeah, so it's similar technique. Say you're shooting girls, and they have hair, and you want it to be transparent. This technique does the same thing. It helps separate them out from the hair, from the background. So, real quickly, I'm going to finish this part up right here, just so I know it's pure white. Yep, exact same thing. It's keying it out. So in that sense, it's chroma key, or specifically green chroma key. Chroma is just another word for color. So green chroma key is green color keying out. So now if you compare the two, and shoot, do I need two things of this? Yeah, I suppose we do. Two photos of this. So I'll edit this one more time. Yep. Keying, chroma keying is masking. It's just different terms, different words for the same thing. There. Not too loud. So this right here is the mask tool. So I said put a mask, and most people, they put a mask you know, like this. They do it by hand, but there's another way is to put another image on top. And it takes his own image and puts it on top. So if I put a background layer, you can see the level of transparency. See, that's gray when it's supposed to be black. Reverse this. I'm gonna burn all this away. That thing's supposed to be pure black, so that ends up being 100% transparency. Yup, that's right. That's a lot of background removal in photography. It's a basic skill that everyone should learn. It's kind of like a director who's never edited. You can't really trust 100% because they don't. You don't know unless you've edited something how something should be shot. Because editing is when you find out where mistakes are made. It's hard to see where mistakes you make when you're editing something together while you're shooting until you start editing it. Doesn't matter if it's for photos or video or movies. So everyone should learn editing.
They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever.
What is this music?
Young ones, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for
Ah. Next. See how this right here, it's different levels of transparency. This is actually a transparent strip. This top part right here is supposed to be transparent. So if you have like on the background, see it's not fully transparent. That's supposed to be full. This part here is supposed to be solid. So I can do that too with the other picture. Select it first. There. Let me save it. Let's see how it looks in Lightroom. There we go. And let me crop it. See how like I do this part kind of editing in Lightroom? So in cropping, color grading, rotation, compositing, it's done in Lightroom. It's like really yellow teeth to whatever. It's green though. I don't know if it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it as is. If I show you, see the red is solid white, which is the way it should be. I'm gonna step back with these things, see how far I could go. Chris Smith, what's up? You're catching yet just about we're finishing up editing some products for some product photography I had to do. So you're seeing how the steps needed to cut something out for product photography. This music's intense.
Echoes of your words crashing into me. Silhouettes of you used to haunt my dreams. Nightmares laid to rest, no coming back to me. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over.
More than happy to teach whatever you want to learn. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing, just let me know. Control Shift G. You know what? I'll pull up a picture of like a girl next, just so you can see how to edit, how I edit. Because you know, not everyone shoots product or it's the most interesting thing. But you know, I'll talk my way through it. So if I right click, edit in Photoshop, it'll open up a copy in Photoshop. Ooh, there's some. This one's not perfect. Let's fix this one first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stamp tool. I'm going to find a source. So my source will be right here. All I'm going to do is do a transplant. So I'm going to tell Photoshop, I'm like, alright, I want this source to be here. I do that by pushing this button right here. Click there. Now it knows. Now I could just, and I'm tell him I want it here. Viola! It's not perfect, but bam! Okay, now where were we? Here's the regular picture. I'm gonna add a mask. And for the mask, I want a black and white image. 'Cause usually the mask, you draw whatever black and white. See how it's black here? But the black here, it's transparent here. And so usually you draw on it. So let me back this up. Let's say I make this background all black, right? See, it's all black, so it's all transparent. And then I could draw what I want to be seen. So let me make a star, right? Here's a star. See that star right here? So now you get a picture of a star. So that's the way to do it. But an easier way to do it is to apply an image, which is the actual image of itself. And see right here? I wonder if I can make this bigger. See, it's an actual image now. Now, if you apply a level to this thing, you can make it into more black and more white. See how it becomes more white? And look at this right here. Not here. Look here. See how I can make it more white? I can also make it more black. And see what happens here? The transparency became more. The blacker it is, the more transparent it is. But it's flipped, so you gotta flip it back, which is Control I. See how that's a much faster way to cut it than doing it manually. If I put another layer here and I drop all black in there, all white, but you can see it's not pure transparency because there's a gradient. It's like a gray. So in order to make that to be pure, I wonder if you guys could hear me with this music. So I'm gonna use the dodge tool, this thing right here. So this is like working a film photo in a dark room. So you get to choose dodge, burn, or sponge tool. The same tools that you use in a dark room. You know, old-fashioned way of developing film with water and chemicals. And you use a dodge tool, a burn tool. A burn tool is actually your own hand. So I'm actually going to use the burn tool. I'm going to burn off this area here so it becomes pure transparent. And if it's black, it's pure transparent. Excuse me. See that? And it's only touching this area because I told it to only touch shadows. Right here. So now I'm going to do the same thing, so I'm going to dodge. But I'm going to tell it to do only highlights. So I want to turn the background back to white. And now it's purely cut out. So if I go back into Lightroom and hit D for develop, and I turn on my J tool, see how right here? Red is pure white, so there's a lot of blotches in here. That's that pure white. So that's right, dodge and burn. So I'm going to go in there and clean this up a bit. So go back here, turn this black again. See right there, it's not pure black, so I need to burn that. Oh, I'm in the wrong picture, that's why. What do you know about dodge and burn? Have you ever developed film before? No, the archaic science of developing film by hand. It's because the image is white right here. I told when I'm using this tool, I told it the range should be only the shadows, so only the dark image or dark areas, so it ignores the highlights. See, there's shadows, midtones, highlights. So that's how come it doesn't touch the picture, because the picture is white. See right here. Remember, we're editing this picture. We're editing black and white picture, not the picture itself. Since it's white, it's ignoring it because I told it to only focus on the shadows. So if I there's still some crap here. I mean, really, you won't be able to tell, but I'll just go ahead and clean it up anyways. There's some here. If I hit J again, there's still something here, something there. See how like it's really hard to tell when it's just pure white, but when you print it out, sometimes it shows up because printer it's a lot more sensitive. Okay, that's done. Almost done with this whole setup. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. That's done, done. That's done, that's done, 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 done. This needs to be done, that needs to be done. So 1, 2, 3, about 3, 4 more photos. Almost done, guys. See this right here, how it's sticking up right there? So we gotta fix that. There's several ways to do this. I'm gonna use the liquefy tool. It's tricky, but it's doable. Come on, buddy. A little bit at a time, don't want to break it. How high is this supposed to be? Oh, all the way down. Well, once it's flat, we could just go in here and clone it in. It's a dirty box. I might have made it dirty, I don't know. It's no problem though. So now we cut it out. And this one's easy because it's solid edges, so I could go the old dirty way of just selecting and cropping. Let's put a white background on it. What is this? I couldn't. The background's wonky, or this one. Man. It's gonna take too long doing it that way. Let me just do it this way instead. I'm gonna unlock it so it spins independently. There. I guess that should do it. It's a little wonky. Alright, now we can cut it out. I don't need to do all this. Just do it, there. It's weird, it has that line. Nah, I shouldn't have that line. Okay. Let's use the settings from this one. And this thing's off. The box is not. Mm, mm, let's try this again. Ugh, now we have to use it. Dodge and burn. Alright, let's see how this looks. Put the white background back to white. Go back to Lightroom. Go back to it's better. It's more. Alright, where's my music? Musica! What's next? Gotta keep the blood pumping. Creativity goes out the window without some blood. Actually, after this, I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna start editing some food. If anyone's interested in food being edited. Thanks for the likes. I don't know where that came from, but I'll appreciate it. I'll make the background black so I can see what I'm doing here. While I'm going through. Whew, that was an intense one. Some intense music right there.
Echoes of your words crashing into me. Drown me in your lies, and there's no way to breathe. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over.
Hey, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Hmm.